There's no one way to conceive a baby. I take that back. I guess generally there's one main way, but like what I mean is that there's no one way to get someone to make that baby with you. Anyone promising you a surefire, never fails method to convincing someone to start making babies with you is full of lies, gross, and probably a criminal. The same goes for developing characters. Before we dive into structure and the process of breaking a story, I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about characters and where to find them. They're tricky creatures because technically you're the writer, so at the end of the day, you're telling them what to be. But when things are really working, it definitely feels like the other way around. And you want that. You want living, breathing characters making decisions for themselves and telling you what to write for them. All right, so I have a few thousand different attack methods for developing characters, and a lot of them are frivolous and dumb, like names. I love names. I will waste an entire day on a name. I love baby name websites. I literally will scroll that nonsense for hours looking for the perfect first name. And names, when they're right, are like music. Vito Corleone, Scarlett O'Hara, Norman Bates, Indiana Jones, Ellen Ripley. So what's great about names is that a lot of them mean stuff. So if you want to say something about who your character is or what they stand for, you can assign them a name with meaning. Jack Shepherd, Darth Vader, Remus Lupin, Frodo Baggins. These all have words in them that mean things. So that's always fun. Just be careful because you could literally spend weeks perfecting a name, but often it's worth it. Another thing you can do is just copy yourself. It sounds lazy, but it's okay to write a character that carries all the same beliefs, instincts, and baggage as you, just as long as you actually bring those beliefs, instincts, and baggage to the table. Because writing is a lot like acting. You're not working with bricks, you're working with emotions. So it requires you to expose yourself and make yourself vulnerable in ways that bricklaying does not. No offense to bricklayers. Man, you guys are an emotional bunch. But I'm boring, you say. I'm the most boring person in the world. I'm too boring to be a movie character. You know what? Luke Skywalker is one of those boring people ever imagined. I mean, he's definitely not as interesting as Princess Leia or Han Solo or friggin' Darth Vader. Heroes are often the most boring characters in the movie, so that's okay if you're boring. So maybe that's your hero, a boring person. You, if you relate to them, surely someone else will, especially if, like I said, you commit to it emotionally. You can also try writing someone who is the opposite of you. Someone who would clash with literally everything you stand for. I remember reading where Joss Whedon was saying how Malcolm Reynolds, the hero of Firefly and Serenity, was someone he would probably not get along with in real life. Like, who would that person be for you? It doesn't have to be elevated or evil. It can just be someone who would push all of your buttons and make progress extremely difficult for the both of you. Don't just write their surface. Figure out what would make them tick. Don't write a character whose actions you can't justify or empathize with. And honestly, this is probably an exercise you should just be practicing in general anyway, as a person, empathy. So you can write yourself, you can write your own worst enemy, or even better, you can write both. You need contrast for a story to be interesting. So write characters who contrast each other, then put them in a room together. Force them to order a pizza for them to share. Seriously. Hi, I'm Seth. I'm pretty great. I like pepperoni pizza, but I can go with cheese too. If you're feeling crazy, I could even do barbecue chicken pizza. What about you? I'm evil Seth. I'm good with whatever. No preference. No, seriously, is there a kind you'd like? Whatever you want. Dude, there's no judgment here. I actually would like you to suggest something. I mean, if we got Hawaiian, I wouldn't turn it down. Awesome. You cool with half Hawaiian, half pepperoni? Excellent. Or I mean, if it's easier, just do all pepperoni. I'm totally cool with that. I mean, they just cut it down the middle. It's really very normal. But I'm saying if it's too much trouble, we could just do pepperoni. No trouble. Great. Great. But I mean, if it is. Oh my God, Seth, for real. Another thing to keep in mind is that heroes change and villains don't. That's often inherently what makes the villain the bad guy, their unwillingness to change. Like, ironically, evil Seth is so hell-bent on being flexible that he's unwilling to let there be any kind of compromise, whereas normal Seth is genuinely trying to find a common ground where they can both be happy. Do they actually cut it? I don't think they cut it. No, they don't. It's just divided. But you said cut it, like down the middle. It was the wrong word. I used the wrong word. I feel like that would, by definition, be more work than usual. It's not the situation. They're not cutting it. I'm just saying, if that was the case, we could just do pepperoni overall. Oh my God, no, it's not. By the way, this is how I recommend you define your characters. Not by filling out surveys for them, like what their favorite food is or the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to them. I mean, maybe that helps you. Generally, it usually wastes my time. The best way I think to find your characters' voices is by writing them. Put them in conflict, write your way out of that conflict, and you'll find their voices in the process. You know, I may not even eat any pizza. I'm not super hungry. Why? Why? I'm not super hungry. Yes, you are. I'm really not. We're the same person said that's impossible to lie to me. I don't want you to be unhappy. I'm not gonna be unhappy getting half a pizza I like and half a pizza you like. Upset though. By this conversation. Are you seriously not understanding this? I told you, you should order what you want. I'll be totally fine. We're gonna die here. We're literally gonna starve to death. You don't need to starve to death. I'll starve to death. No. Seriously, I don't mind. We're both starving to death. Then I'm coming back as a ghost so I can haunt the shit out of you. I mean, we'd both be ghosts. I don't think ghosts haunt other ghosts. Please, keep telling me the rules of ghosts.